Bajima Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu.
Maybe Jesus.
Autama. Meme.
Jesus. Maybe Jesus machine. Maybe Sajazo. Part 2.
Life လွှင့်ထားတယ်နော်
Meme, cheesy tiba.
ရှိစီတည်းအော်
We will now begin part 2, Sutta recitings.
အဲ့ဒါပြောလိုက်အောင်သူစားလုပ်ပေးမယ်ဆိုတော့
Nita, would you please recite verse 5 of the Metta Sutta?
Nacha kura machare kinji yena winyu pare upa wadeyu suki no wa kimi no hontu sabasada bhavantu suki tata.
Good job. Yelwing, could you please recite verse 2 of the Metta Sutta?
Supati Sudoja Bhavam Kenshi Napasati Ewa Madi Unu Vedam Paritam Tam Banamahe.
Great. Nathan, could you please recite verse 6 of the Metta Sutta?
Yekechi panabhutati tasawa tavarawa nawasesa digawa yewa mahanta majima rasaka anukatula.
Good job. Lauren and Linda, could you please recite verse 10 of the Metta Sutta together?
Metecha sabaloka sami manasa bhavaye aparimana udam adocha tiriyencha asapadam avirama sapadam.
Cynthia and Rebecca, can you recite for me verse 4 in the Bojjhanga Sutta?
Bojjhango sati sankato dhamanam vijayo tata viriyam piti pasadi bojjhanga cha tata pare.
Yete Al, can you recite for me verse 6?
Samvatani abhinyaya nibbānaya ca bodhya etena sacavajena soti te hotu sabada.
Nicole, can you recite for me verse 2?
Pujitvaye chine sata tibhawa muta gutama ajati majarabhyadim amatam nipayam gata.
Luau, can you recite for me verse 8?
Techatam abhinanditva roga muchim su tankane etena sacha vajena sotite hotu sabada.
And lastly, Sunanda, can you recite for me verse 1?
Samsare samsarantanam sabba dukkha vinyasane satta dame cha bojange marasana pamadane.
Fusar A and Nicole U will tell the story of the unfortunate hunter. The unfortunate hunter. Early one morning, Goka, who is a hunter, was on his way out to hunt with his dogs when he saw a monk on his alms round. Not particularly fond of monks, he thought that the meeting one on the way would only bring him bad luck, meaning he would probably not catch anything at all. And indeed, as he feared, his game bag remained empty all day.
On his way home, Koka happened to come across the same monk he had seen earlier in the day. Still sore at the monk for having spoiled his hunt, he sought revenge by setting his dogs on him. The poor innocent monk just barely made it into the branches of a nearby tree when the dogs arrived, snarling and snapping wildly at him.
He sat there safely in the tree out of their reach until Koka came along and started poking the soles of his feet with the sharp end of one of his arrows. This made the poor monk jump about to avoid injury, and while he was doing so, his robe became undone and started slipping off him. Unable to hang on to it and keep his balance in the tree at the same time, the robe finally fell on Koka below, covering him up completely.
When the dogs saw the yellow robe, they mistook their master for the monk and attacked him mercilessly, mauling him to death. Subsequently, the monk became fraught with guilt, feeling that it was his fault that Goka got killed. He went to see the Buddha's advice. The Buddha assured him that it was a hunter, not he, who was at fault, for Goka had tried to bring harm to someone who had done him no wrong. For that reason, Goka came to face an unfortunate death. Then
You can do Nicole.
Then the Buddha spoke in the verse as follows. Yo apa dutasa narasa dusati sudasa posasa anaganasa damewa balam pacheti babam sukumo rajo pativatam wakito. If one wrongs a person who should not be wronged, one who is pure and is free from the moral defilements, the evil falls back upon that fool, like fine dust thrown against the wind.
Miacho, could you please recite Aditana on page 10 of the Ogada book? Dukkha pata cha nidukkha pyaya pata cha nibbaya soka pata cha nisoka hontu sabe pipanino nahi virana virani samantida kudatanam averena cha verani esa dhammo sananto sabapasa akaranam kusala supa sampada Sachita Pariyo Dapanam etam bhutana sasanam. Good job. Cynthia, Joel, could you please recite the offerings of light and flowers on page 11 of the Ogada book?
Kana sarvapaditena dipena tamadamsina tiloka dipam sambudam pujayami tamonudam mana ganda gunopetam etam kusuma santatim pujayami munindasa siripada sarvaruhe.
Great job. Linda, could you please recite the Maranasati Bhatana Ambaridana on the bottom of page 10 on the Ogada book?
Marane me duram, Jivita me aduram, Ada me punyanam, Neba nasa pachayo hotu, Imam punya bagam, Sapa satanam bhajema, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha sasanam jiram titatu. Buddha sasanam jiram titatu. Buddha sasanam jiram titatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Con này, tôi lâu rồi.